Hare Krishna. The Lites did it with their geoengineering. It's 14 degrees. Can you see that? 7:54 a.m. My oil life is at 95%. Oh, geoengineering. It's madness. Absolute effing madness here on the 22nd, Giving Thanks Day. And I'm all packed up to head out to East Brookfield, be with the family. On November 22nd, I got my dad's birthday card for him. My dad turned 66 today. He was born on November 22nd, 1952. He turned 11 on 11/22/63, the day of the JFK assassination. The part of the harvest ritual of sacrificial offerings to the dead sun of September through December. Ember, 7 ember here, septem, separation of the year. October, 8 ember, novum, 9 ember, decem, 10 ember. December, the death of the sun, the deception of Saturnalia, Christmas time, the dark time when the night overtakes the day, dark overtakes the light, Darth overtakes Luke, the dark father, the old man, the crone, Chronos, Saturn, Saturnalia time, old man. Winter, Jack Frost. He's Jack-o'-lantern here in Scorpio, October of Halloween, and November of Scorpio. We're in Sagittarius now, Sag of Taurus. Sun going down. 14 degrees.
But wind chill values as much as -6 today, and in fact right now it's at -4.
-4.
Skies
Hallelujah.
tonight, temperatures around 12, and then tomorrow sunshine's back, high 20s, but again
more sunshine.
wind chills will be hovering around.
More geoengineered wind chills.
Keep in mind as you make your travel plans.
As the west coast is dried up and burning down. The artificially generated high pressure dome with the microwave frequencies. Pushing all of this cold and moisture eastward to create the perception for the beast of the east that, oh wait, it can't be global warming if it's so cold. Well, it's not global warming anyway, because it's global planetary omnicide. Humanity killing the Earth, Mother Earth, Gaia. This is what's going on. Cash register synchronicities from the last 3 days. Look at all these I gotta share with you. A whole buttload. As my car is warming now and getting ready to leave here, I'll share these with you. I got this friend Yusuf, who's a Sufi mystic. Quite a brilliant guy. I've known him for years and years now. He always gets a cash register synchronicity, or I don't know, almost always. He and his daughter and his wife. Items 46 at 2:23 p.m., right? 23 times 2 is 46, but that's the kicker here, the invoice number ending in 23. 9023. And then the 88 appearing there in the subtotal. 88 miles per hour, 88 the number of Mercury, Hermes, Thoth. Yusuf, number 1. Oh, and he told me the story that he hadn't told me before. He introduced me to, what's his name? Nasruddin, who I guess is the principal Sufi character, but look how close that is to Nazarene. Ha ha ha, yep. Jupiter, Zeus. So here's my point to tell you the Joseph Campbell anecdote. Joseph Campbell and a priest are sitting on a bench after swimming, and the priest is, in that situation, not a man of the cloth because he's got nothing on. A couple of babes in the woods. Joseph Campbell, the mythologist, sitting there with the priest, and the priest says, "Let me ask you a question, Mr. Campbell. Do you believe in a personal God?" And Joseph Campbell says, "I'm sorry, Father, I do not." And Joseph Campbell thought it was interesting that he was specific. He didn't say, "Do you just believe in God?" He said, "Do you believe in a personal God?" And Joseph Campbell said, "No, Father, I'm sorry, I don't." And then the priest said, "Well, I guess there's no way I could prove that to you." And as we've been going, as Carl Jung points out in Man and His Symbols, there's no way to prove the existence of God or the non-existence of God, so good luck atheists proving that God doesn't exist to those who believe He does exist, or it exists, or she exists. So then the priest says, I guess there's no way I could prove the existence of a personal God to you. And Joseph Campbell says, "No, you can't, Father. And what would be the purpose of faith?" if you could. And he says, Joseph Campbell says he feels like he pulled a jujitsu trick there on the priest. It's a good one though. I mean, personal versus impersonal. If someone asked me, do I believe in God? I'd say, hey, what do you mean, personal or impersonal? Which one are you referring to? The personal God where, you know what I mean? Is there one sitting next to me here right now? Well, there's a bunch of books and stuff, and, you know, there's my breath and the car warming up and the power and the motor and the engine and the oil and all of that. Impersonal God? You betcha, because to me this is all, the personal is the mask of God. Person is from mask and persona in Latin, meaning theatrical mask, or something you blow through. So this world is the mask of God. God's what's within and what's powering all of this. The autonomic nerve, the source of the autonomic nervous system, the energy source that all of this is plugged into. The power, the kingdom and the power forever. Yep, Amen Ray. 4:29 p.m. This is on the 19th, by the way. I got 19th, 20th, and 21st here. 3 days worth of CRS, Cash Register Synchronicity. So this one, look at this. 16th hour, 29th minute, 19th second. On the 19th, 11:19, and look how many items. 19. 1 9, 1 and 0, 1 and 1, 1 0 1. We got a full moon tomorrow, as I was showing you the lunar calendar here. Coming up. There's no way I'm going through all these CRSs right now because there's too many. I might stop at the Johnny Appleseed rest stop on the way too. Johnny Appleseed rest stop out there in Central Mass near Leominster, or right at the Leominster line there on I-90. Thanksgiving Day, the 22nd. We're 1 day from full moon tomorrow, 11:23. Today's numerology, by the way, is 817. 1 1 is 2 plus 2 is 4 plus 2 is 6. So it's 6 on this side, 2 and 4, and then the year is 11. So 11 and 6, 17. 1 and 7, 8, infinite. And as the poet said, William Blake, the doors of perception were cleansed, everything would appear as it really is. Infinite. Mask of God. The world. God's crazy mask. Ma-esque in the middle of the mist, of the mystics in the mix. 2:19 p.m. on the 19th. Invoice number 9021. I'm not sure if this was an actual sync. Yeah, I guess. Where's the synchronicity here, though? I trip myself up sometimes, don't I? 2:19 on the 19th. Not sure what it was on this one, but it's 699 total on the 19th. Maybe that's what it is. All the nines of the feminine. I'll just hold it up here. Maybe I'll see it later when I watch the video. Or when maybe you'll see it. I say it like that maybe when I watch the video because, you know, I'm pretty much the only one who watches these anyway, so it's okay. So that's just now, you know. I'm making these videos as a record more than anything for the, you know, I mean it's always now, but you know, the sun will come out tomorrow. 9019 invoice number on 1119. Total was 927 at 2:17 p.m. 927, 279, feminine, Libra, Eve, even, the West, Westing, death, die, 18. The gematria of die is 18, D is 4, I is 9, E is 5, 1 and 8, 9. That's why the whole thing with the fruit, the forbidden fruit of knowledge and the death coming associated with that, it's all Adam and Eve, Aries, and Libra. Sun on the ecliptic. Adam is odd, Eve is even, dawn, evening. 12:33 p.m., 3 items, and 3 cents change. The tree, the 3, the infinite tree of Aries, the cerebrum, the brain. This one is really cool, and I wrote a lot on here. 11:04 a.m. 2184 total. 4001 invoice number at 11:04. What for? The forefront. That's what for. The force of the fours of the tetragram ATON, Aton, the sun. 4 seasons, 4 elements, 4 directions. The 4 elements are the same as the 4 states of matter in science. The ancients had the 4 elements corresponding to the 4 directions in the 4 seasons. Now science has the 4 states of matter: solid, liquid, gas, plasma, same as earth, air, fire, water, all corresponding. And guess what? As the Hermetic principle goes, the Hermetic law, the universe is mental. The all is the mind. The universe is mental. All is mind. Ment. So we have that ment all over the place, like element and government and firmament. Mental, the mind.
Tis the gift to be free. Tis the gift to come down where we ought to be. And he wrote some variations, and I have that for you in just a moment. It is 8:01.
8:01. Gotta start driving in a minute or two.
Away to detect German aircraft.
Let's turn this off for now. 11:48 a.m. Total was 40-30, even, and 10 items. Even. Eve is even. The zero, the hero, the heroine. The hera. Ra. Zero. None. The none. No such thing. No thing. Everything. Items 11 at 12:12 and 21 seconds. 12:12 p.m. 21 seconds. And the multiple of, or not multiple, but 28 items, 2 8s, 88, 16, 7, 11 items, 12:12, 21 seconds, 333, 11 items, and invoice number 6833. All multiples of L even, pair of L's. Adam and Eve are everywhere, and everything within you. And Adam and Eve are Adam and Eve. It's paradox. Contradiction that's true. I put that on there as a reminder to talk about the laughter and slaughter because of that freaking awful ringtone they put on the check stand with the where everyone's laughing at the gobbling slaughtered turkey as if they're inferior. Just laugh at them, and it's okay. That's why they put the cartoons on the meat products, cartoon pictures of the animals, to make people think that they're not really real creatures who have feelings like you and I do, right? They don't feel it when their fucking necks are slit and their blood's pouring out everywhere. No, you can humanely slaughter them. As the biosphere is imploding and the meat industry and the food industry are a huge freaking part of the whole thing, the filth, the absolute filth of the energy system and way of doing things in this world today, here in 2018. And if the course isn't reversed quick, extinction is right around the corner. 12:32 p.m., 32 items, extinction for us. No more anything here and all life on Earth if we continue the way we're going. 12:32, 32 items, and 32 is the number value of Eve, which is why I wrote all of this here associated with her, yin, the moon. Keep scapegoating the feminine, Libra, and keep not realizing that everything in theology is astrology. Believers in religious institutions, keep going the way you're going. Just showing up once a week and thinking that's enough, and see where it's heading, where it's going to lead us. Keep feeding the atheists, because that's what you're doing, believers. Whereas if you would break down the science in your book and see it's there and acknowledge and affirm that, then you would totally change the discussion right away. That's what needs to happen. 107.70 at 107. Look at that. That's just a coincidence. All of this is, it's just a coincidence. Yeah, sure. Keep dismissing it too, And those who are troubled by the fact that, I have a bitterness to me, or a resentment or anger or whatever. Those who are troubled by that and think, what's wrong with him? Well, maybe he needs to see a psychologist. Here's what I say to you. See that? That's the fire finger of the mid-L. Because, the psychiatric establishment and this whole, mental health oppression going on in the society where everyone thinks they can psychoanalyze each other, even when the whole system is sick and crazy, is that's the number one symptom of the sickness. At least people walking around sizing everybody up, thinking, is that one crazy? Is that one crazy? When the mentality of doing that and living like that is crazy. We're out of time, but I'll continue with the rest of these later. Hare Krishna, Namaste, Aloha, Hallelujah.